Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here for tonight's LKC Powerhouse Clash between two formidable foes. We've got the home-standing Bulldogs and the Hawks of South Harrison. This is a clash of two titans right now in the LKC, both looking to secure that top position in that wonderful night of the Night of Champions. The Doddridge County Bulldogs will come in tonight as a formidable 2026 record. They have put on a great show thus far, even though they are coming off of a 10-8 loss. That was against the top-ranked AAA team in the state of West Virginia, Hampshire. They faced South Harrison tonight. South Harrison has been electric. They've been averaging an impressive 7.5 runs per game this season. This is not just a game. It is a battle for the top of the LKC. The night is beautiful. The weather is fantastic. The wind is blowing out to the ballpark. Expect both of these teams to go extra bases and maybe even leave the yard tonight, as this is definitely a hitter's ballpark. The Bulldogs are looking to rebound from a tight home loss against Hampshire. That was not home. That was on the road. They took a trip down to Myrtle Beach, and we laughed about it. And we said the boys took their bats, but they forgot their gloves. They put on a great display at the plate. They battled against some of the top teams in AAA, some powerhouse teams out of Ohio and New York. They did come up short on a few of those despite some errors. The Bulldogs look to rebound tonight. They've got to do this against a very hot, a very strong South Harrison offense that has been absolutely lights out. They are 15-0. They have a 15-0 shutout against Ravenwood, a 15-5 over St. Mary's. The Dogs, however, they are averaging 10 runs in each of their victories. They have a dominant home field advantage. Key players tonight to keep your eyes on. Caleb Hall comes in tonight. He's had massive games. Last time against South Harrison, 6 RBIs, 3 of which came against, and when the game was still tight, a home run there at South Harrison, and we know the Hawks are looking for revenge. Caleb Hall comes in tonight batting over .550 for the season with 33 RBIs. Another key player to keep your eye on is going to be Luke Rakiski. Luke is starting to get hot when the time is right. He had a monster home run to tie the game up against AAA Hampshire down in Myrtle Beach. His bat is starting to heat up. His offensive side is starting to produce like they expected the 4-hole hitter to do so. But don't stop there. Keep your eyes on the leadoff, Brody Brockelman. Brody comes in with a .557 on-base percentage, batting over .430 for the year so far. He's also put up the team-leading 9 doubles and 1 triple. This young man can swing the bat and swing it hot. The lineup is strong. These young men are ready to play. The Hawks, they come in looking. They look to prove that they are the team to beat in the LKC. They lost their first game of the season. It was to Doddridge County, late March, 15-5. But that was not the true temperature of the game early on. The game with the Hawks and the Bulldogs early on was a chess match, of which the Hawks found themselves in a favorable position until the Hawks put a ball over the right field fence for a 3-run home run to take the lead, and they didn't look back from there. So the Hawks come in. They are ready to reload and come back against the Bulldogs. Key player that we want to keep our eye on for tonight for the South Harrison Hawks is going to be Zane Harlow. He's having a stellar season, consistently getting on base. He provides power from the top of the order, and we can't forget about their pitcher, Mr. Watts, number 8. He's got an electric right arm. The kid sits mid-eights. He's only a sophomore. He's got a huge future, and we're going to see the Hawks roll their ace back onto the mound tonight. However, maybe some short innings tonight for their ace. They have a big regional matchups in the later part of this week, so we will find out. Keys to this game is going to come from both sides of these teams. The Bulldogs, they've got to control the pitching. Dodgers pitchers must be prepared for a lineup that's averaging 7.5 runs per game. The Bulldogs have got to avoid the free passes. This has been a haunting thing that's come to fruition in the last few games for the Bulldogs. Too many free passes, too many extra bases given by our mistakes. They've got to limit that if they want to win the ball game. However, for the Hawks, their key, they got to score early. If they want to be in this contest, I don't believe it's going to come from late in the game. I believe it's going to come from jumping on these Bulldogs early and often. Finding themselves in the lead is going to be crucial for the Hawks. And for both of these teams, they've got to limit the errors. This is a rivalry game. Throw out the records. Throw out who's pitching. Throw out all the statistics. When you have a rival game from two teams that sit 30 minutes apart, it doesn't matter who brought what. It matters today and today only. Errors have got to be eliminated. The Bulldogs were stellar in the field coming in to their the week away down at the beach. Their fielding percentage was 97%. However, they got a little bit of the yips while they were down there at the beach. They tallied up 32 errors in just 4 short games, and that, my friend, can cause havoc to a record. Justin, I'm glad you're joining us tonight. You've heard this start of what's going on, and we're excited about tonight. You weren't with us down there on the beach, but you were able to watch the games.
Yeah.
What do you think we got to do tonight to secure this home field electric atmosphere?
Well, it's obvious the bats are on fire. It's obvious the bats are on fire. That hasn't stopped. But and the pitching has been that we've been throwing strikes. I just think our defense really has to reel it in for us to produce the product that we want to produce.
Yeah.
Defense is going to have to be behind our pitching. We're going to have to get on them early. Getting on them early is going to be important. That's what I think South Harrison's going to come up trying to do. That's why they're playing their ace. Let's stop here for the national anthem.
The national anthem. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And for the Bulldogs, let's take you around the horn. We've got the senior lefty on the mound for the Bulldogs so far. He has been the go-to guy on the mound. When we look to the left side, he's sitting at a 1.2 ERA so far on the season. And behind the plate, we got a new man back there. We got Mr. DeHaven behind the plate on third base, a familiar face, Mr. Dane Murphy. And at shortstop, Brody Brockelman. And the newcomer at the second base, we usually find him behind the plate, but tonight he's going to show off his skills on the right side of the infield, Mr. Maxwell Nicholson. And our big man over at first base, we've got Malachi Kelly. And in left field, the lefty, Mr. Evan Kelly. They are not brothers, but however, they are related. So that makes a fun time out there. And in center field, we got Mr. Luke Rikiski. And in right field, we have Hunter Hayhurst. This looks to be a very good matchup. And when we come back, we will watch our first pitch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have our first pitch here underway, and we are still trying to get a scorecard up here for these South Harrison Hawks so we can tell you who's at bat. But right now we have our leadoff, number 1 for the Hawks. We will get their names, their roster, the lineup, and we'll be on that as soon as we can get first names given to us up in the press box. We were given last names, but we want to give these young men their due honor as well. We love seeing all these young men from around our areas coming together and competing. So here we go. First pitch is just about underway. Caleb Hall on the mound for the Bulldogs, and he comes in with a 1.235 ERA for the season. First pitch finds itself strike on the inside corner, and that's going to bring up no balls and 1 strike.
And good movement on that first pitch there.
You know, it's important to establish, find out where the zone is. Every umpire's zone is different. There comes back with a little cutter as we see strike 2 past the bat of number 1. And now we have some names here. We've got number 1, Jackson Anderson. He is also going to be playing shortstop for the Hawks. Caleb Hall delivers. Foul ball straight back into the fence. We had a curveball. And that's going to bring up 0-2.
I had it back here.
I could tell. I saw the reaction. It's been a while since we've been here with you guys. We've definitely missed you over the last week and a half. We're glad to be back here in the booth together.
That's right.
Excited for a good baseball game. And these are 2 fun teams to watch because both teams have so much to offer in the field, at the plate, on the mound. These are 2 solid North Central West Virginia baseball teams.
Yeah, always good seeing these guys go at it. Two rivalries, like you were saying. Obviously, we went to South Harrison when we went to high school.
That's right.
And then coming here and then now seeing these guys all coming together and knowing the coach and just knowing where these guys from South Harrison come from. It's just knowing that they're going to come out playing hard.
Fly ball hit to left field on a 2-2 count. Evans settles under and drops it. And there's going to be error number 1, and that's what haunted the Bulldogs the entire week at the beach. They beat 3 of the losses they had. They had the win, but they found themselves in double-digit errors in every game.
That's unheard of, Ben. It's absolutely unheard of. I think it's just complacency just got caught up with them. Complacency will kill anything that's good.
That's right.
You get comfortable, things start happening. Yeah, they just got to get out of this comfort spot in order to produce like they want to be producing.
Mason Belcastro at the plate, batting second, fouls off a bunt attempt. They're trying to score early. That's part of the keys of the game. Get those runners in scoring position. The Hawks know they need to jump out early on this potent offense, take advantage of what they can. Mason Belcastro is number 20. He's also playing second base for the Hawks tonight. His dad was quite the athlete himself, played at Fairmont State College, had a great career there for Bridgeport and the Mighty Falcons.
Okay.
So we go quickly to an 0-2 count. We do have a runner on first as way of an error by the left field.
Is that Belcastro out of Bridgeport?
Adam Belcastro.
Okay.
He is also the principal out there, athletic director, I believe, of South Harrison High School with the Mighty Hawks. Here comes a ball hit to the shortstop, chance to double him up, and we do so. So just as fast as we create an error, we also turn around and create opportunities.
That was fluid.
Great job by Brody Brockman, the shortstop. Takes the line drive, fields it in the air cleanly, and fires the ball back to first base for the double play.
Just having defense behind Caleb right now is real important. Especially with some losses that they've had with some errors behind them. They got to come out error-free right now.
They have to.
Yeah.
For the Hawks, this is Mr. Bendina. Now, this is a young man that could swing the bat. He's got a lot of pop to it. Has already seen the ball leave the park on a couple of occasions this year.
Okay.
He's definitely one that you don't want to play with. Hall starts him off with a curveball for strike 1, and now he fouls off a fastball, and we're quickly back to 0-2. A pitcher's longevity in the game, Justin, you were a pitcher. It's the ability to finish, especially on an 0-2.
Oh, yeah. Up in the count right here, he's in a good position to do whatever he wants to do. That was a good pitch also. That was a good pitch.
Breaking ball low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And this is the first time this year we've seen Mr. DeHaven. Now, I'll tell you what, you talk about a utility guy. DeHaven pitches. DeHaven plays first base. DeHaven plays right field, center field, left field. And now DeHaven catches. Fastball to the inside of the plate. Fouled away, and that brings up 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mr. Medina. And on deck is Zane Harlow. He was a key feature of this afternoon's opening monologue of watching out. We don't want to have Zane Harlow at the plate with runners, especially in scoring position. Line drive into left field, redemption time possibly by the left fielder, and it gets over his head, and that's going to fall in for a double. And just like that, the Hawks have a runner in scoring position with their cleanup hitter, Mr. Zane Harlow, coming to the plate.
That's just a hard ball for Kelly to get to.
I'm really shocked at the distance that he was playing. He's got the 3-hole hitter, but he's playing up pretty shallow for a righty 3-hole hitter. However, we've got runner at second base, 2 outs, as Mr. Zane Harlow comes to the plate. We do have a stiff wind out to right center. So if you are a lefty right now, any fly ball that's halfway deep has a potential of going. And I'm looking at our right fielder, and he is pretty darn shallow. So we have the first time Caleb starts off with a ball. He started the other 3 batters off with a strike. And we have 1 ball, no strikes to Zane Harlow. The lefty looks on, fastball low and away, and that's going to bring up a 2-0 count. Here comes Hall, settles back in, 2-0, fires, gets away from the catcher, can't find the ball. It's back at the backstop. And right now, the Bulldogs, one thing that we talked about with Coach Nate was hopefully these guys left at the beach, the miscues that they found themselves in. They looked at Hampshire. They jumped out on Hampshire 5-1, cruising along just fine. And then all of a sudden, about the 4th inning, the entire wheels fell off. However, we committed 10 errors, and it still took in extra innings for Hampshire to finally put them away with the win. Hall on a 3-0 count finds fastball for strike 1. So we have a 3 balls, 1 strike to the power-hitting lefty. Right fielder still playing in, so he's just daring him to hit a ball over top his shoulder. We have a stiff wind out right center. Fastball on the outside, he catches the corner. So we have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on third. As Hall gets his signs, he takes a check over to third base. Comes set. And delivers just outside, and that's going to be a walk for Harlow. Not the worst case scenario there. And this is going to bring to bat number 22, Colton Patterson. He's going to be playing right field for the Hawks today.
Number 22, Colton.
Cole was a transfer into South Harrison in the way of Liberty High School closing, and he made his decision to go down to South Harrison. Has been a huge help to the South Harrison staff. I know they were glad to get him. He's a guy that plays outfield, also is a very good pitcher, and he can swing the bat. So here we go. First pitch is a strike, outside fastball. No balls and 1 strike. We have runners at the corner, and how it happened was we had a double down the left field line. Then we had a pass ball that put the runner from second to third. Zane Harlow finds his way to first base by the way of a walk. Here comes the pitch. Gets away from the catcher again. And that's going to put the runners at second and third. The Hawks come into Doddridge County looking for redemption, looking for the way, they are very upset about the way that ball game got out of hand at the home of the Hawks. It was a very tight ball game. Matter of fact, the Bulldogs found themselves trailing for the first time all season when they were there. Fastball bounces off his glove again. Didn't even hit the ground. DeHaven has yet to catch this year, so we're probably going to see a couple of these early on. He'll settle in. He's a great athlete. Runners are at second and third, 2 outs. There's yet to be a score. This is the top of the first. Bulldogs looking for that third out. Off speed, and they foul it back. It is a beautiful night. This is the best night we've had for baseball here at the home of the Bulldogs. We see Old Glory flying pretty stiff to right center. It's about 82 degrees and sunny. Breaking ball misses just high. Good idea, and we're back to a full count. Seen a couple new guys in new positions tonight. Coach is trying them out. Always thinking about the end of the year, how are we going to be as the season gets into hot pursuit. When you start talking about regionals, you start talking about state tournaments, and if that conversation is happening, you got to be able to have guys play multiple positions. So tonight we're giving the catcher, Maxwell, a little bit of a break from behind the plate. He's had quite a long stint back there. So he's going to play second base, and we've moved one of our outfielders / first basemen in behind the plate, trying to get him some glove action to be ready. And we see Caleb Hall drive the fastball past the swinging bat for strike 3. And although the Hawks were knocking, the door stayed shut as the Bulldogs go to the bottom half of the first. The score is 0, and your Bulldogs are coming to bat right after these messages.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Want to get a sound check from you all. Make sure everything is sounding good on that side. We've had a couple of technical issues along the way. I think we've got them ironed out, but here we go. Bulldogs find themselves in the bottom half of the first inning, and Brody Brockelman walks to the plate. He's been our leadoff hitter all year, and he has been stellar at that job. I look down here at some of these stats that we were able to find, and I will tell you, he has been absolutely dominant. His batting right now is .436, on-base percentage of .523, and slugging .636. So this young man not only is a good leadoff hitter, he's also got a lot of pop to the bat. And I will tell you, when you see a batting average about 100 points different from on base, it also tells you he's got a good eye for the zone.
That's right. It means he's putting the bat on the ball, not just getting on base. Right. So you said Brody was leading the team in doubles.
Leading the team in doubles. He's got 9 doubles. He is a doubles machine.
Yeah. This 1 and 2 guys here, just not just 1 and 2. It's all the way down the line.
On the mound for the Hawks is Mr. Watts, Jacob Watts. He is the sophomore, I believe. Sophomore hurler, has a very electric right arm. So these Bulldogs better be ready to see balls in the zone. We say that, and he walks the first batter, but that's pretty normal for Brody. The young man draws a ton of walks.
He does.
And we got a new number 2 hitter tonight. We are missing Tristan tonight.
Yeah, no.
Our normal second baseman, shortstop, one of our aces. And he's also Tristan Swiger is batting a .470 for the Bulldogs. He's not in the lineup tonight at this time. He's also, if you remember, he's a first in the state in pole vaulting.
That's right. That's where he's at tonight.
He's competing, but we'll see him later. Maxwell Nicholson, the second baseman, is in the box. Maxwell found himself heating up in a couple of those games down there at Myrtle Beach. The bat really started to come alive.
Good.
Saw some better pitching. The young man has put in a ton of work.
Seeing him from last year to this year, he's came a long way.
He has.
Yeah, Maxwell looks great.
Maxwell is batting just over 300. He's at 306 right now for the Bulldogs. But here's a really awesome stat.
Okay.
On base percentage is 500.
Oh.
So when you look at a guy like that, he's batting 300. He's got a pretty good stick to him, but he's on base 50% of the time.
That's right.
He's a selective hitter. He knows the zone. He draws a lot of walks.
He is a selective hitter, yes.
He pulls back on the bunt. So we've got 2 balls, 1 strike. Brody Brockelman's on first as a way of a walk. Maxwell Nicholson's in the box with 2 balls and 1 strike, bottom half of the first inning. Watt steps off, wants to rethink about it. There's always pressure when you look over there at Brody because he's also a guy that can swipe 30, 40 bags a year when you look at the way he can run bases. And he's just a junior, but he's put up a lot of stolen bases over the years.
I could sit here and tell you about everything they're looking for in that pitcher before they're trying to steal on him. And I'm not going to say it on the air, but I can see what they're looking for when it comes to this guy, just watching his timing and stuff. But this guy from South Harrison looks pretty good. He's throwing really well. He's got changed tempo, changed timing. He looks good.
Brockelman's at first. It's got a 2-2 count to Maxwell. Takes a fastball on the outside, and that's going to bring up 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, Max.
Maxwell settles into the box. Full count. And he gets a rip in the right field. That's not going to be far enough and a little bit too far. So that's going to bring up the first out. And that's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, number 7, Caleb Hall. And if we look at his stats in front of me right now, Caleb is batting .571 with an on-base percentage of .705. His slugging is 1.024. He has found 6 doubles. He's found 1 triple, and he's found 4 times over the fence. Right now, he leads the state in RBIs with 34 RBIs.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I was just watching his batting practice before the game, and it was just multiple over the fence, over next one. It's just fun to see Caleb.
Watt starts off speed, just misses to the inside. Looked good, so he's asking the umpire what he thought. Umpire agrees, just to the inside. But that was a really good pitch, but that's not what we're hunting in this situation. I guarantee you Caleb is looking for something straight, something fast. Brody Brockelman settles in over at first. Here comes the pitch. Fastball. Great cut back on that fastball. That had some good movement to find its way right down the middle. It looked like it was going to be inside, and it cut right back in.
A nice tail on it.
That was nice.
It did. He had a nice little cutter there. Actually, our overpronated cutter that's cutting back right there. It looks real nice.
1-1 count. Hall waits. It's going to be fastball up.
Jeez.
He really has some good movement on that ball. When you get to watch a young man like this that can pitch, he doesn't just throw. Some guys throw hard. Some guys pitch.
That's right.
He's got velocity, but, man, he can pitch. He does a great job. 2 balls, 1 strike. Drove to deep right field. Back. Keep going back at the track. That ball bounces off the wall. He's going to get a stand-up double. Brody's going to find himself standing at third base.
Nice hit, Caleb Hall, right there. I thought for sure it was gone, but we just didn't have the wind to favor that second.
That's right. At that time, and it landed right on the track, right in front of the Dodgers at about a 350 mark, and lands right up and bounces up against the fence. We've got a stand-up double. Brody's standing on third, and watch out. Here comes Luke Rakiski. Now, Luke, if we look at his stats here as of late, baseball's a what have you done for me lately kind of game. Well, Luke has done a lot lately. He's found his way over the fence now a time or two. He's batting .378, and that is a .378 on its way up. That is not a .378 on the way down. So he's batting .378 in the cleanup spot. His on-base percentage is .464. He's just now starting to find a little bit of rhythm at the plate. Right now, what we need out of this guy is a big, deep fly ball. Let's score that run, get 1 on the board. Always good to win an inning.
Luke is a huge stick in this lineup. And when he starts to peak, I cannot wait to see it.
There's that cutter right back on the inside. And we've seen that clock before. It sits around 84, 85 mile an hour from this young man. I know we got a pocket radar up here, I believe. Let's find out what some of these are, Coach.
Let's see what they're at.
So we got runners at second and third. One out. Rakiski looks on. Curveball swung on and hit down the left side, down towards the dugout.
You know, the pitcher's doing a good job of keeping it out of the zone, not giving anything real good to hit. I know Caleb got a hold of one right there. He kind of left it over the middle, but.
So we got no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Watt looks on, settles in. Here comes the delivery. Oh, and he hits Rakiski, and that's going to load the bases up for the great Dane Murphy. Now, Dane Murphy has started to heat up here as late as well. Listen, folks, if it wasn't for our gloves having the botches down at the beach, we would have came back from the beach with 1 loss and 3 wins. Well, instead, we come back with 1 win and 3 losses. That's what happens when you can't field the routine. And when you look at what they call an error, it's the play that an average kid could make.
That's right.
32 times we didn't make the play that an average kid can make.
It's not funny. It's not a funny thing at all. I shouldn't be laughing because all the work these guys have put in, but really they're going to make a positive out of this, Ben.
They are.
And that's what I like to see. These guys, they're fighting back. That's not going to buckle them. You're not going to buckle them.
Dane Murphy at the plate batting .341, on base percentage of .500. Shows you he does know the zone. He has found himself, there's off speed at 66 for the young man. We're going to get a couple speeds on these guys if we can tonight. Hopefully be as accurate as we can be, but that's about where I would expect his off speed to be. Dane looks on, bases are loaded. Foul ball, fouled it straight back. I believe that was a changeup, sitting there at about a 73 on that changeup.
He's throwing some type of overpronated cutter that's off speed.
Bases loaded, 1 out, right down the middle. Anything but a double play here. Let's get there, Dane. Get up the line, Dane. Hits into the 6-4-3 double play, and the Hawks do exactly what the Bulldogs did. Bulldogs were knocking, and the Hawks shut the door. There are no runs scored on a couple hits. No errors and no walks. 1 hit by pitch. We'll be back right after these messages.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you hear Todd Fogarty in the background, put me in, coach.
Let's go. That's old school right there.
It is
That's
old
classic.
school. I love hearing these old baseball songs being played. Folks, we got an absolute shift on the infield for you to go around. We now have our first baseman, Malachi Kelly, is going to be over at third base. And Mr. DeHaven will find himself out of the catcher's position, going to first base. And then Dane Murphy coming back behind the plate. Now, Dane caught a couple games down at the beach. Dane was a notorious catcher, had some arm issues for a daily catcher, so he moved to third base and skipped an entire year of catching. So this is a young man that has had a lot of innings behind the plate. He's a big target. He does a really good job defensively, and he's got a pretty decent arm, a good throw down to second base, as you see there on the money. Murphy does a great job back there. So here we go. Dane back behind the plate. DeHaven at first. Malachi shifts over to third base. And everybody else stays the same. So here we go. It's the top of the second. No runs.
Number 8, Jacob
And
Watts.
at the plate, we have number 8, the pitcher, Jacob Watts, for the Hawks. Caleb Hall still on the mound. Goes from the windup. Finds fastball to the inside for ball 1. We want to thank you guys for listening to WVRC. It's awesome what they do for these young men and young ladies around the communities of West Virginia. So shout out to them and thankful to all the sponsors. And as all new pitches do, they find the guys that have been shifted around. And there's Malachi Kelly with that glove at third and fires a rocket over to first base and records the first out. It's the baseball gods.
Nice play.
Is amazing. If you shift somebody, you can bet the house they're going to have the ball hit.
They're going to get the ball next hit.
At the plate now is number 5, a freshman, Noah Myers. For the Hawks, Noah finds himself at first base, a great young man that plays baseball there for them. He's a lefty. He's a young guy, but, man, he's played a lot of baseball. So this is definitely, a lot of times you think that freshmen, this is too big for him. That's not the case for this young man. So we start off 1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty, Noah Myers. Caleb Hall delivers. Fastball swung on, popped up to the second baseman. Maxwell settles under it, calls it, can of corn, and records out number 2.
Them little pop-ups right there make me nervous now.
They do, and we talked to these guys. We came down and talked to them at practice yesterday. Stop fielding fly balls above your head. You got to field a fly ball in front of your face. That's right. Now, when you see these little kids fielding fly balls, they try to catch it right above their dome, and that creates errors. It's hard to see. So hopefully we make that adjustment as we see Caleb Hall fire a fastball to the inside. At the plate is number 3, Cohen Wilfong. He is playing left field for the Hawks today. Fastball swung on and missed. And we have a 1-1 count. We do have 2 outs, a little cleaner so far, but the Bulldogs did start with nobody on 2 outs last time. Then there's a fastball right by the swinging bat of Wilfong again. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hawks are trying for a base runner. Hall misses just off the plate for ball 2. And we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Off-speed pitch, hit foul over here to the sure hand. Oh, botched by the coach. I thought Coach Tate had him. I thought he had the sure hands over there.
Old butterfingers over there.
I'll tell you, if there's a coach that comes out with all the drip, as the kids would say nowadays, it's Coach Tate.
Yeah.
Watch him take infield, outfield. He's always got the gloves on. Strike 3, has a swinging bat to Cohen. Hall comes out very efficient in inning number 2. Let's see if that can kick over to the offensive side as we go to the bottom half of the second. No hits, no runs, no errors, and we'll be right back.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And for the Bulldogs, we have Malachi Kelly, which is now the third baseman, coming to the plate. Malachi has struggled some at the plate when he has made contact. He's got plenty of power. He's had a couple really hard shots down at the beach that were just caught. I do believe he's seeing the ball much better. He's batting .273 with an on-base percentage of .404. And if we look over, he's had 10 singles, 1 double, 1 triple. And he's knocked in 16 runs, so he's definitely a guy that can score the runners when they're on the base, but he finds himself as a leadoff in this position.
He's another guy that actually hits home run balls often.
He does.
In practice he was, yeah. He has been.
The Bulldogs have had a very prolific offense, but I will tell you, some of the main people are still yet to fire up. Fast or off speed by Watts finds itself wide of the strike zone, so no balls, 1 strike. And we see there, we're going to try to get these balls and strikes up on the screen and help you out here. And I also try to list those as we talk on each pitch, as we have 1 ball, 1 strike. But I will let Miss Paige know that she needs to step up on that side.
Come on, Paige.
So if you have things to blame, that is the coach's wife. Paige is up here in the box running the scoreboard for us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Watt delivers right down the middle, finding strike 2. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes to Malachi Kelly. And that's probably been the biggest problem that Malachi has had. He's allowed too many balls that are good, hittable baseballs get by him, and then he has to hit out of a 2-strike situation.
Then you're in a bad position, like now.
And there you go. Breaking ball to the outside, check swing, fouled it off. Much better than watching it being rung up. And I've told these young guys, I've heard coaches tell them, don't ever let the umpire decide.
That's right.
That umpire wants to ring you up. He wants to show off that strike 3, move that he's got. So don't let him decide. You decide. Foul it off until you can find one you like.
Really need it to come through here.
Fastball hit right back to the pitcher. Watt fires over to first base and records the first out. That is the hardest throw in baseball.
From the pitcher to the first?
From the pitcher to first. That pitcher just got done firing a baseball at full tilt, and then he gets the ball, and it's the shortest throw on the field.
It is.
And they think to themselves, I got to lob it, and then they're not accurate. They throw the ball away. It's the hardest throw in baseball. Pitchers to the first base.
I've seen so many different ways of going about it. The coaches will tell you to do it one way, or coach will tell you to do it this way. I like to show the ball, get it over to first.
Evan Kelly at the plate, batting .235 for the Bulldogs, sees fastball inside for ball 1. Evan is a lefty pitcher. He's a junior for the Bulldogs, playing a lot of outfield so far. Swung on and missed, and that brings up 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Hawks still have Mr. Watts on the mound, looking solid for them as we expected. Don't know how long they're going to let him go. The Hawks do have a regional game against Philip Barber this week. So it's one of those cat and mouse games, which one they want to try to go win. Definitely when he comes on the mound, that's a game that the Hawks are expecting to win that night. He has definitely been their ace thus far. They have other good arms, but he's been definitely electric.
Yeah, Watts is a good pitcher here. He's definitely doing a good job. He's got good movement, got good stuff.
So we have 2 balls, 1 strike to Evan Kelly, the left fielder for the Bulldogs. Evan is batting tonight in the 7 hole. Here comes the pitch. Fastball just on the outside corner for strike 2. It evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Trying to get some good readings here on the radar, but I can't get anything real good.
It's difficult when you're up here at an angle with this, especially those pocket radars, but fastball blown by the bat of Kelly, and that's going to be the second out of the inning by way of a strikeout. Malachi Kelly had to hit back to the pitcher. Evan Kelly goes down swinging, and this is going to bring up the 8-hole hitter Hunter Hayhurst. Hunter is playing right field. Hunter last time pitched against the Hawks. He's a sophomore righty, throws below 8s. He found himself struggling early against South Harrison, then settled in and did a great job against them. Definitely one of the guys that Coach looks at as one of his top-tier pitchers.
Yeah, honestly, Hunter's a really good pitcher. He's came a long way. For his age especially, he's got some mentality blockage going on where he just needs to kind of get out of his head a little bit, just like with any freshman or sophomore, getting up here to face these guys. He's came a long way, especially physically. He's definitely gotten a lot stronger, taller, and he's throwing the ball harder.
Watt finding himself pretty comfortable on the mound this inning. He finds himself 0-2. Fastball fouled off by Hunter. So far, Watts had 2 up, 2 down. Both of these pitchers tonight look much more efficient on that second go-around and now the third go-around than they did in that first inning. So both of these guys are guys that pound the zone with multiple pitches, and right there we see a frozen strike 3, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 down for the Hawks. The Bulldogs take the field, and when we come back, we will see Mr. Madden Maxwell as the leadoff. So we got 9-1-2 for the Hawks when we return.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the top half of the third inning. On the mound for the Hawks is still the lefty senior, Caleb Hall, and at the plate is going to be number 4, Madden Maxwell. Now, these two guys have played a lot of sports against each other, a lot of sports with each other. Caleb was, in his younger years, he was a Hawks guy. And so this is kind of almost like a family reunion here for Caleb with the Hawks as he goes 1 ball, no strikes. Madden fouls back, second pitch. And we have 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind is still blowing out to right center. Fastball to the inside finds itself as ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 9 hole hitter. And as a pitcher, you want to find yourself as often as possible getting out the number 9. You don't want to go to the top of the lineup with runners on. Caleb comes back with an off-speed pitch to find strike number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball fouled off straight back to the screen. Timing was perfect there by Mr. Madden. Caleb Hall looks on. Here comes the delivery. Shorter pitch, foul ball down the third base line. Batters like this, anytime they eat up those extra pitches, that's just on the tail end of the night. That's just extra pitches that goes against Hall, so it shortens up their night. So great job by the number 9 hole hitter. And there we see Coach Tate with the sure hands and the fire back to the mound. Great job by the coach as he gets cheers from the fans. As when you come to the Bulldog Nation, there's a lot of people that come out and watch these ball games, especially on a night like tonight. And there's a curveball finds its way past the swinging bat of Maxwell for out number 1. And we have the leadoff hitter, Mr. Jackson Anderson, coming to the plate. Jackson is the shortstop tonight for the Hawks.
To the top of the order for the Hawks.
I failed to mention Madden Maxwell is the, Madden Maxwell is the third baseman. Off-speed pitch popped up, just out of play. And that keeps with that FPS that we always talk about. First pitch strike is so important for pitchers when they're facing a lineup. When they can get ahead in the counts, it just opens up the arsenal of what all they can throw. Hall sitting no balls, 1 strike. Fastball misses low, and that brings up 1 ball, 1 strike. So we got 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hall delivers to the leadoff. It's hit into right field. And that wind burned us again, and we got a ground rule double by the leadoff. So that stiff right wind out in right field, any ball that gets up in the air,
How do you judge that?
It is just going to travel and travel and travel. So that's a ground rule double by the leadoff, Jackson Anderson. Great swing there by the shortstop, and that brings up in the 2-hole hitter, Mason Belcastro, the second baseman for the Hawks. Mason Belcastro, another one of those young men that has known himself around the baseball diamond, a lot of travel baseball, a lot of big games. So when it comes to these rivalry games, these younger guys, they don't get rattled much. They're used to the high-level competition as the senior throws fastball high for ball 1. So we have a runner at second, 1 out. Belcastro at the plate on a 1-0 count. Hall delivers, catches the outside corner for strike 1. So we had a strikeout by the 9-hole hitter. Ground rule double by the leadoff hitter. And now Belcastro finds himself 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this is when, as a hitter, it's tough. This is a tough hitting position. Statistically speaking, there should be an out. that comes up out of this. That we don't always go by statistics, but it allows the pitcher to throw so many more pitches. We have a pop up to the infield. Maxwell settles under it, catches it for out number 2, and I will tell you that is something that didn't come easy for the Bulldogs this last week. Routine fly balls, third basemen, first basemen. It was contagious. Justin,
It had been hard to watch.
There were times I wasn't on the air. I was sitting in the stands watching. There were times I thought about just going to the other fields. There were times.
Was that when I texted you and you gave me a very stern no?
No, it's not. We're not looking good. Here we go. Caleb Hall finds off-speed low for ball 1, but we do have 2 outs. Runner is on second. The wind is blowing still into that right center. We're going to see that all night. So these young guys, to get the ball in the air, it's going to go.
We'll see some home runs tonight,
I would think by the end of the night we'll see a couple of them creep across. Hall high and away for ball 2.
That's a good pitch by Caleb right there. He just needs to come down with the ball a little bit. He's throwing a little high right now.
This is a guy you want to stay away from. Medina has swung a big bat. As a matter of fact, he already has a double in this game in the first inning, his first at bat. Medina is the catcher, and he has come into South Harrison territory and just absolutely been a powerhouse for them behind the plate. And he's got a few more years left in him. Fastball low, 3 balls, no strikes. We do have first base wide open, so I wouldn't go anything really good here. It's not a bad idea to be around this guy. Gives us some more options as far as outs are concerned. Swung on in a 3-0 count, popped flat foul.
It was a popsicle.
Yeah. We did hear over the loudspeaker, if you bring a foul ball back, to the concession stand, you get a free popsicle tonight. Now, if they hit one up here in the booth, I would say Paige is going to fight us for it.
She wants a popsicle. I was going to send the announcer over there to go get the foul ball for the popsicle. He was announcing about it.
Fastball finds the outside corner for strike 2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Medina settles in with a full count. This guy can swing the bat. I will promise you he's probably not going to go down looking. He's going to fight for this.
Here it is.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch delivered. Swung on. Flare to the second baseman. And out number 3. As the Bulldogs go into the bottom half of the third, they gave up 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no walks, and we will be right back after these messages.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the bottom half of the third in a scoreless game. So far, both teams have knocked on the door. So far, both defenses has shut that door.
That's right. Yep.
Who's going to crack the code first?
They've all had guys in scoring position. They've all had guys just waiting to get in, just finishing innings up here.
We still have Mr. Watts on the mound for the Hawks. He's been very efficient so far. Medina behind the plate for them. And this is going to bring up our 9-hole hitter. So far, both teams have been on pace with how they've batted. The Hawks led off the top of the third with their 9-hole hitter. The Bulldogs are leading off the bottom half of their third inning with their 9-hole hitter.
Okay.
Somebody somewhere has to break this loose. And I will always say this, why not us? Why not now?
Right now, here it comes.
First pitch by Watts. Swung on and drove foul. And that's that FPS that both pitchers have been working for to stay ahead in their counts. It opens up their ability to throw more pitches. So now we got to be cognitive of what's next as he gives the glove fake, and here comes the pitch. Fastball finds itself wide of the zone. And now we got our first baseman, number 3, Josh DeHaven, looking at a 1-1 count. Still selective as if I'm hitting. Hit back up the middle. Can we see a play by the second baseman? Good range. He fires over. Mr. Belcastro makes the play, and we go up, one down.
Second base did a real good job getting his feet around the ball right there.
Yeah, he did.
Good.
A lot of guys want to field that on the run and try to stop hard and throw. He got there early. We talked about the guys yesterday. Go fast so you can wait. Don't wait so you have to go fast.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, he got there early, made a good solid play, and rewarded for it with an easy 4-3 out. Off-speed pitch finds itself wide of the zone. Brody Brockman saw 4 pitches last time, and now he's seen his 5th pitch. Yet to see a strike out of the right hand of Watt. Here's the delivery. Fastball finds itself high, and Brody Brockman is the kid that he just doesn't rattle. I mean, you think he's half asleep half the time until he hits a double. You never know what he's thinking, and you're pretty sure he's going to fall asleep no matter where he's at. Look at him. He told Watts, just give me one right here in the zone. I can guarantee he's laughing about it. Watts fires one down low and away, and that brings up 3 balls, no strikes. Brockman kind of...
He's got the next pitch attitude, doesn't he?
He does. He's looking back at the catcher laughing like, please, just throw me a strike. Look at him. He put his bat back out there again. Fastball that time finds itself in the zone, outside fastball, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And when you see guys doing that, you know, they're having fun as young men, kind of teasing each other about it. It's what you're supposed to do. It's a sport. You're supposed to have fun at it. Fastball inside, and they say that it hit him, and he's going to take his base. So it could have been ball 4. It was a hit by pitch. Either way, so what? Brody Brockman finds his way on the sack again, and now we have our leadoff hitter on first, 1 out, as the 2-hole hitter, Maxwell Nicholson, our second baseman, finds himself to the plate. Again, the Bulldogs without the normal second baseman, Tristan Swiger. He is competing in track and field tonight. He had, as a freshman, won the first in the state as the pole vaulter. He's already surpassed his last year numbers. So
he's
good
pretty
luck.
good.
He is. Fastball gets well away from the catcher. Brockman strolls into second base. And we got a runner in scoring position. But back to Swiger, he's good on that pole vault.
I'm wanting to go watch him this year at some point in time. I'd like to.
He does a good job. He's got a lot of guys starting to get some interest in him. I mean, anytime that you're a freshman and you win the state title, it gets colleges' attentions. I think he's going to be that young man that is going to have his choice. Do I want to go play baseball? Do I want to go run track and field?
He's got some decisions to make.
He's going to have some decisions.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes on the 2-hole hitter, Maxwell. Maxwell playing second base tonight. Normally our catcher sees fastball for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mr. Watts is starting to pick up the pace a little bit. You're starting to see a little more pop in the fastball.
I'm seeing that.
He's looking strong out there. Definitely increasing the velo, and that's what you want to see. You know, Coach Tate looking at his young man, his ace. Is that velo increasing? And as of right now, yes, sir, it is. And that didn't slow down until it hit the left shoulder.
There's some velo.
There's some velo right into the deltoid. So we got runners going to be at first and second, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Caleb Hall back to the plate. Has already hit a double in the first inning with a runner on first, and that's where he stopped. He was at second.
Not the guy you want up right now. For South Harrison, this is not the guy you want up right now.
Caleb settles himself into the box. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a double. Runners are at first and second. Watts delivers. Fastball to the inside, and that's going to be ball 1. Caleb kind of jumped out of there pretty quick, saw the first 2 guys getting plunked, and thought, not me. Watts settles in. Delivers, fastball to the outside, and that's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And you can't pitch around Caleb right here. you cannot afford to pitch around Caleb because right behind him sits Rakiski. And right behind him sits Dane Murphy. So he's going to try to attack this batter here on a 2-0 count. If I'm Caleb, sitting dead red on one pitch. Fastball inside, misses just inside of the white line. And we're seeing a little frustration out there by the pitcher. He's done a great job so far, Justin.
You think he's got the take here?
I will hope and pray. So at South Harrison, he was given the 3-0 go, and he hit his home run. That was up. Ball number 4, and that's going to bring the bases loaded with the senior, Luke Rakiski, to the plate. Now, we've talked about Luke. We've talked about some of the things we've seen out of him. He's got 16 RBIs, hungry for more, and when we come back, we're going to find out, is it going to be feast or famine?
Check this out.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
All right, here we go. The Hawks decide to stay with their sophomore hurler, Watts. And I will promise you, he looked at Coach Tate and said, I'm fine. Let me stay out here. He's a competitor. Rakiski jumps into the box. He's got 18 RBIs. I'm sorry, not 16. He's got 18. Looking to add to it as he sees a fastball outside for strike 1. So great job to come back as a pitcher.
I don't think Watts is struggling right here. I think it's the batters are just, making it hard on him. The Bulldogs are doing their job. Watts is throwing a good game. That's nothing he's doing.
Here comes the delivery. No balls, 1 strike. Fastball right down the middle. Rakiski watches it. First ball was a little bit on that outside corner. Good strike to take. That second one painted right down the center. So now we're hitting on a no balls, 2 strikes. And the last thing we want here is an infield fly. You don't want a double play. Something deep, something far. No wind. The flag has laid down. Off speed misses. And it brings up 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rakiski on the year has 11 hits, 11 singles, 4 doubles, a triple, and has found himself around the bases for a solo home run against number 1, Hampshire. But he goes down swinging on that. And that's going to bring up 2 outs. Bases loaded. Now, we've talked about this. Both teams have knocked on the door.
Yeah, it's both sides.
Both defenses has shut the door. So here we have Dane Murphy walking up to the plate. He's now the catcher for the Bulldogs. Dane is another one of those young men. If I look down here, he's got 10 singles, 3 doubles, a triple, 14 RBIs. He definitely can swing the bat in the right spots. Looking to add to that 14 RBI. Swung on and drove foul. And as a good pitcher does, he starts off with a strike.
He has often, all the way through. Watts has done a really good job getting up in the count, working these batters. He's not just laying it right over and over again, right over the plate. He's keeping it mixed. He's doing a good job.
This is a lot of the same when we were down at South Harrison early in the game. Watt was very dominant. Took a time or 2 through the lineup for the Bulldogs to settle in. Mm-hmm. But we've already this is the bottom of the 3rd. We've had bases loaded twice. Dane watches strike right down the middle for strike 2. And this is where the Bulldogs, if we could say they struggle anywhere, they don't like to jump on pitches early in the count.
I'm seeing a lot of that.
And they've got to do it. When you have a ball down the middle of the plate, you've got to attack it. Now he's got to hit the pitcher's best. Fastball up and away, just misses.
Just miss right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. To the 5-hole hitter, Dane Murphy. Who's going to bust it up? bust it wide open first. This right here, if we have a shot in the gap, this definitely could put a lot of runs on the board. Fastball, strike 3 as we watch. Watts comes back and takes down 2, number 4, number 5. And the Bulldogs once again fail to capitalize on bases loaded situation. They had bases loaded, 1 out, double play. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 Ks.
Too many runners left on base.
Absolutely cannot win ball games that way. Good job by Watts settling back in, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back here to the home of the Bulldogs. If you're listening on, we thank you for being with us tonight. We want to bring the best action that we can to you from here in Doddridge County, West Virginia, as we have 2 of the top-tier teams in the LKC battling. And so far, both teams have been a stalemate. Through 3 innings, Caleb is sitting at 58 pitches. Coming into the top half of this 4th inning, and to the plate is number 13, Zane Harlow. Zane was featured as one of the key players to watch for the Hawks. He's the 4-hole hitter, definitely has a good stick, and we still are playing him so shallow with this wind blowing out. We've made no adjustment in the outfield, I can see, Coach. So we've got a guy that can hit balls deep, and we're playing pretty shallow. Got him on a swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Delivered on fastball, just misses outside. And I look over here at Evan Kelly. He's pretty shallow, too. I like the taking away of 2 strikes, but the 4-hole hitter has pop in that bat.
Yeah, Evan could come up a little bit being a lefty, but he's up. He's definitely in a little bit right there.
If we get a barrel to this ball, it's going to go over their heads. So let's hope we can get on our horse and get moving. 2-2 count. Leadoff hitter sees strike 3 on the outside corner. And listen, you don't need defense for that pitch.
No, this ump he's calling the corners, so we need to start putting it on the corners.
For both sides.
He's both ways. What do you say, Coach?
So we have, real quickly, no balls, no strikes, 1 out as we see the 5-hole hitter. This is Mr. Colton Patterson come to the plate. He is their right fielder for the Hawks. As Caleb Hall looks on and he delivers, fastball, misses just inside for ball 1.
Up to the plate.
So we've got nobody on, 1 out, no balls, 1 ball, 1 strike now.
If somebody wants to go get that.
1-1. And that puts Caleb at 64 pitches so far tonight. I think coaches want to start see these arms start ramping up their pitch counts as we're midway through the season so far. We should start seeing longer outings out of their aces. And we see a fan there for 1 ball, 2 strikes with the off-speed pitch. Caleb looks on with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Patterson awaits, hits the ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. That's a real good job of hitting with 2 strikes. You know, with 2 strikes as a coach, just get the barrel of the ball.
That's it. Make contact.
Just make contact. Don't let that guy beat you to the glove. Just get the barrel and let everything else fall as it may, and he did a good job there. So we have a single to start off the top of the fourth. There's one out. Colton Patterson is over at first. And at the plate now is going to be number 8, the pitcher, Jacob Watts. And as a pitcher, you're always thinking you need to help yourself out, help yourself out. It's tough to hit when you are the pitcher.
Yeah, because your mindset's on focusing on the mound. That makes it hard.
Fastball swung on, missed. Runners at first. Watt at the plate. Pickoff attempt over to first base. Patterson is not fooled. Slides back in. Good job by DeHaven. Knocking it down. So now we have a no balls, 1 strike. Drove into foul ball down the right field line. And that's going to be no balls and 2 strikes.
Caleb's done a really good job getting up in the counts this inning.
Staying ahead is so important later in the game. Minimizing errors and staying ahead in counts allows a pitcher to throw that extra 1 inning when it's needed so much. Curveball finds its way, snuck right in the back door, and Watts is not happy about it.
He said he got me. He got me.
He was not happy about it.
He said he got me.
Yep. He was, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw him looking back there, he was not arguing the call. He was laughing that he fooled him. So we now have 2 outs. Fastball for strike 1.
2 down, number 5. No.
Sometimes, Coach, you just get beat. You just get fooled.
That's it.
And that's okay. Tip your hat. Go get ready to go pitch a good outing. The next inning, don't carry it with you out there as Caleb fires fastball for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
I think it's picking up either his arm speed or bat speed or something. It's not picking up the ball speed on the radar.
Swung on, hit into right field. They had a little hit and run going. Nice job. Hunter fires the ball across to somebody. A good piece of hitting there.
That was pretty smart by the first base coach keeping the guy out there.
And again, that's Noah Myers. That's a freshman getting there and doing a good job. But, he's seen a senior arm, one of the top arms in the LKC right now, finds his way to make contact, make it happen with 2 strikes on him. And this is going to bring up the 8-hole hitter, number 3, Cohen Wilfong. He's the left fielder.
Let Noah's dad out there, Jason, if you're listening. Noah had a nice hit right there,
job.
buddy. Really
he
good
is
job.
Definitely a competitor. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The Myers family has always been known for sports. You see them around everywhere. If there's a ballpark, they're at it. They don't go home after practice. They get extra work in, and that's a reason why, as a freshman, he's found himself a lot of work and playtime out here on the diamond. Frank Tate is definitely known for a guy that does not play class. He plays talent.
That's right.
And so if Cohen I'm sorry, not Cohen, but if Myers is playing, it's because he's earned it.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, Frank knows his stuff. That's for sure.
Fastball finds itself in the zone. That's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as a Bulldog fan, you got to find a way right here to get this out because we have, again, they're knocking at the door. We got to find a way to keep it closed.
Caleb's mix right here is just I love to see his mix. He's keeping him off balance, doing a real good job.
Off speed, misses wide of the plate, and that's going to bring up 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Myers not known for his speed, so he's still camped out over there at first, but I heard Coach Tate yell over at him. I think maybe he's expecting him to go. There goes strike 3 right past the swinging bat of the batter, and that's going to be it for the Hawks. Again, they were knocking on the door. Bulldogs keep the door shut. I don't know for how much longer, but for right now, it's looking good as he had 1 hit, no walks, 2 hits, no walks, no runs, and no errors as we go to the bottom half of the 4, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Check this out.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the bottom half of the fourth inning, where we are still trying to find someone that can get across the plate. The Bulldogs so far, if you're just joining us, they have loaded the bases up twice so far in 3 innings of play, and both times they were loaded with 1 out. And both times the Hawks have found a way to keep the door shut, no runs scored. They bent a little bit, but they definitely didn't break.
So with the opportunities on base like we've been seeing, Ben, makes for a good baseball game to watch. Guys on base, you're just waiting for some action to take off.
Speaking of action, here comes the third baseman, Malachi Kelly, to the plate. Malachi playing third base for us tonight. He started off over at first base after inning 1. Coach did a little change-a-roo with a couple players. And we see Malachi over at third base, and he fouls off the first pitch. And again, what a good pitcher does, he finds himself ahead in the count. FPS, super important. You're in midstream of the game. You don't want to throw a lot of balls right here. Get yourself that extra inning, and he's already past that 1 or 2 days of rest. So you might as well keep going with him in such a LKC matchup that we have tonight. If you're joining us tonight, we'd love to know where you're from. We'd love to know who you're supporting. Love to see these teams and the parents, grandparents, friends, and family get on here and support these young men. So if you're listening out there, let us know where you're from. If you're a Hawk fan, are you a Bulldog fan? But I'll tell you, the most important, we're all baseball fans.
I believe we did a shout-out there. Miss Sherry Kessler was doing a little shout-out on there. Is that what you said a minute ago?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Maybe I heard Paige say that. Sorry.
She says a lot over there.
I haven't heard much.
1 ball, 2 strike. Watts finds himself ahead of the hitter, Malachi Kelly. Here comes the pitch just off the outside of the plate, and that's going to bring up an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Malachi Kelly looking for his first base hit of the night. Definitely found some great barrels down at the beach, but just couldn't find them to fall very often. Swing and a miss. Sounded like it hit something. They said it did. That ball was way up. That ball was way in. But he finds himself alive to see the next pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Watts delivers. Breaking ball, stays up, stays out. And that's going to bring a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. In the bottom half of the fourth inning, Bulldogs are hungry for a score. This has been a long time since they've scored. Ground ball, chopper to third baseman, fired across wide of the target. Great backup by Medina. That's going to hold the runner at first. And with an error, right now, so what? It don't matter how it happens, but with the error, Malachi Kelly finds himself on first base.
Good hustle, Malachi.
Very good job.
So here they got. Okay, they're going to keep Watts in.
The left fielder, number
So what did you
4,
say his numbers? When did his numbers take him over a certain amount of days? Would you say 60 days? Or,
You have the pitch count there, my friend.
yeah, let me see here what it is.
Right now, Watts is sitting at 65 pitches. Runner at first, Evan Kelly is at the plate.
Showed a bunt, and I'm not even sure the corners moved. I think the corners thought it was going to be a fake bunt.
So what you have is in West Virginia, the pitch count, or in the nation, they all stay stagnant with this. After 50 pitches, you have to have a full day's rest. Okay. So he would have to sit out tomorrow. He's already at pitch 67. And so he's going to quickly get to pitch 75. Now, if he keeps him under 75 pitches, he can come back and pitch after 2 days rest.
Okay.
Now, this is Tuesday, so that would be a rest on Wednesday, a rest on Thursday. He could pitch Friday. If he goes over that 75 pitch limit, that's a 2 days rest. I'm sorry, excuse me. If he's already into that 2-day rest.
And the 2-day rest.
So if he goes over 75, he's into the 3-day rest.
3 days. Okay, I was wondering what it was. And when is their regional game?
They play, I believe, on Thursday is Phillip Barber. So he's already past that. So I would say they're going to fight here for this win against the Bulldogs as we see fastball miss its target inside. Kelly pulls back, and that allows the runner, Evan Kelly, to advance from first to second. And we now have a runner in scoring position with no outs, starting to lightly knock on that door. Evan Kelly with 2 balls and 1 strike.
I'd like to see Evan get he's squaring the bunt.
Trying to get that runner over to third, pulls back again, and that's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. So we have a couple guys watching. Joey Adams, the faithful Bulldog supporter from West Union. We also have Mr. Ron Schaefer, another one of those loyal.
Ron.
You know, Ron Schaefer is one of those guys that he loves any athlete.
Yeah.
He posts about every kid out there. I love it. He is a true Hawk fan, orange and black, true and true. But I will tell you, Ron Schaefer just loves athletes, and he does a great job supporting them. So, Ron, welcome here to the broadcast. And we have Miss Janie Cottrell there, listening here from West Union. So love seeing these people tune in and watching this broadcast. WVRC does a great job for these young men and young women in the state of West Virginia. We got 3 balls, 2 strikes. Evan Kelly awaits the full count pitch. Swung on, hit to left field. Shallow. We could have trouble. They're looking for it, trying to track it. Shortstop does a great job of making the play.
It's good play by shortstop Anderson right there.
Very tough. It looked like the ball was going to go deeper to left field, but again, we have a hard right field wind. Knocked it down a little bit. Shortstop makes a good over-the-shoulder catch, and that records the first out of the bottom of the 4th.
1 down.
The wind is brutal down here. It always has been, I think.
Hunter Hayhurst.
At the plate is number 11, Hunter Hayhurst, for the Bulldogs. Runner on second, 1 out. Watts delivers. Swung on, drove into the gap. That's going to get over their head. That's going to score a run. Now we got guys moving. There's a ground rule double by Hunter. Excellent barrel there. He might have tapped.
Big barrel.
Did he tap the iceberg right there?
I don't know.
Sometimes
doing a little
big
dance
hit
out there.
Yeah, sometimes a big hit like that in the right situation gives all the momentum that was needed.
Good job, Hunter.
Excellent swing and hit right there. Scores the runner easily from second, even if it didn't bounce over the fence. But
that was a good hit.
That ball was on a line, great barrel, and now Coach Tate comes to the mound. And this could be it for Mr. Watts, and he's sitting at 72 pitches. Probably a good idea if you're going to make a change. Don't wait 3 or 4 more. Hats off to Mr. Watts. He does a great job for South Harrison, but we're going to see a new arm. Looks like they're calling in the left fielder. And the left fielder for them is going to be Mr. Cohen Wilfong. Maybe we're going to see him when we come back. Never know. But we'll be back right after these short messages.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969. 869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful evening here in Bulldog Country as we see the first run of the game come across in favor of the Bulldogs. It comes off the double in the right center gap by the sophomore. Drove in a ground rule double, and that puts the first run across the board. So Bulldogs are sitting here with a runner back on second, traded positions, and now we still have one out, but maybe a little more momentum coming our way. And the Bulldogs ended up bringing out Watts that had a phenomenal 3 1/3 innings that he pitched for the Hawks. And now we're going to see the right-handed hurler,
I like to see
Mr. Cohen Wilfong.
I like to see DeHaven up right here in this position. He's due to be in some pressure and pull through. He needs it.
So Josh DeHaven comes to the plate, and we're going to look real quick.
Number 3, Josh DeHaven.
Wrong DeHaven.
Fastball just outside. Josh DeHaven comes in tonight batting .265, on base percentage of .375. He's had 9 singles. So far, no extra base hits. But he has drove in 3 runs for the Bulldogs. Here comes a ground ball to the left side. That's going to be a base hit, and that potentially could score Hunter. Here comes the throw from the left field. He gets it cut off, and Hunter slides in safe. So DeHaven records a single and adds to his RBI list. Great piece of hitting there by Mr. DeHaven.
Good job, Josh.
And that's going to bring the leadoff hitter, Brody Brockelman, back up to the plate. So far, Brody has been walked, and then Brody has been hit by a pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely looking to add to his stats. Brody's got 14 singles on the year, 9 doubles, 1 triple, and has pushed 13 runs across the board. Now, as a leadoff hitter, RBIs are hard to come by.
Yeah, it's hard to get RBIs. That means the end of your lineups must be getting on base.
So it shows that the end of the line gets on the bag, and it shows he is doing his job because you don't get a lot of opportunities as a leadoff hitter to have runners on. You're not like a 3-hole, 4-hole, 5-hole guy.
Yeah.
But Brody does a good job when it's there.
His demeanor's the best. Just what you can't make him upset. You can't get him upset. Sorry, Ben. Didn't mean to interrupt you, buddy.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just thinking about when Brody gets upset. I've seen Brody get upset when you ask him to run laps.
Yeah.
Then he gets a little sideways.
Yesterday.
But if you're playing baseball.
You've seen his eyes yesterday.
But when he's playing baseball, he's pretty happy-go-lucky. He does have a great demeanor at the plate. He does not rattle. He's a very good – he is the picture-perfect leadoff hitter. Swung on, drove into right field. That wind's going to help carry it over the head, and that's going to be a ground rule double. So there's the 10th double by Brody Brockelman.
Oh, come on, Brody.
He is Mr. Doubles. Now, the run will not score. The runner was at 1, so the runner gets to go to third. Brody goes to second, and now we have the 2-hole hitter, Maxwell Nicholson, up. And Maxwell is not shy to scoring runs as well as driving them across. Maxwell sits at 10 RBIs, 8 singles, 2 doubles, and does have a triple.
Next one. They all have good stats, Ben, and it's just good to see the next one. It doesn't matter who's up or who's on bag. They're getting around the bases, and they're getting the ball in play.
You know, Maxwell's normally an 8-9-hole hitter, and tonight, because Swiger's not here, he finds himself in the 2-hole and has done quite well. So we have runners at second and third. There is an out. Nicholson is at the plate and has 1 ball, no strikes. Cohen on the mound. He goes and delivers. Swung on. Line drive into left field, and that's going to score at least 1. They're going to hold up Brody at the bag, and Maxwell finds himself on the corners, so that's a great piece of hitting by the 2-hole hitter with another RBI. So that puts Maxwell up to 11 RBIs on the season. And here comes the senior lefty, Caleb Hall. Now, Caleb on the season has 33 RBIs. Coach Nate's going to go out and not real sure what he's going to do. He's talking about, I think he's questioning, did the infield cause Brody not to be able to turn the bag and score? Umpire sends him back to the sideline and says, roll on.
Who has jurisdiction right there? on the inside of the bag when he's rolling that bag like that.
Well, anytime a player gets in the way when there's not a play being made, it's automatic extra base for the runner. So Cohen looks on to the senior. Off speed, outside for ball one. Caleb Hall has a double earlier in the game, then he was walked. He's got runners on the corners. Nicholson at first, Brockelman at third, so deep fly ball would help. Off speed, outside, again, misses for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. The Bulldogs have knocked on the door in the first 3 innings with bases loaded twice. This inning, they have finally cracked the code, put a couple across the plate. You got to be feeling better. Fastball swung on and drove into left center. That's going to be extra bases, and that's going to be another ground rule double by Hall. So that's going to only score 1. The ground rule double kind of doesn't work in his favor in that point.
No.
Because Maxwell would have been scoring there. But that puts runners at second and third with 1 out. Bringing the senior to the plate, Luke Rakiski. Luke is definitely looking for redemption. Struck out his last time at bat with the bases loaded, 1 out. So he's looking for some redemption here.
Really like to see Luke pull through here. He needs it. He needs it. We all need to see it. We're rooting for him.
Senior looks on. He's got 18 RBIs so far this year. Fastball finds itself on the outside corner for strike number 1. And as a hitter, that's one of those strikes where it's okay. Let it go. That's a ball you don't want to hit early in the count. Don't let it bother you. Chalk it up to a good pitch by the pitcher and still wait for your pitch. Here it comes. Fastball or off speed, just offside the plate. Brings up 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, as a batter, we're giving up a lot of first pitch strikes, and that's something that we're really going to have to focus on as far as these guys not letting them nice pitches, that first nice pitch come right in there.
Swung on, drove. That's going to be over the left fielder's head again. Double off the wall. Look to be scoring 2 runs. Maxwell comes in safe. Hall comes in safe. And because it doesn't go over the fence, we score 2.
Okay.
Just like that. That's a line drive rip by the senior.
Real nice hit, Luke.
That's a great redemption right there. Good line drive.
Good job, buddy.
That's going to bring to the plate the 5-hole hitter, number 10, Dane Murphy.
That brings to the plate number 10.
Now, if you remember when we played the Hawks at the Hawks, it was the one swing of the bat, the 3-run home run that kind of popped the top.
That opened it up.
And now we've seen in this inning, it was the ground rule double by Hayhurst that has popped the top. It was 0-0 ball game. He hits a ball in the gap, and we've had 3 or 4 doubles since then.
Excellent hit by Hunter in the gap right there. Just 1 hop over the fence. That's really good. Off taking the ball away from you that far, that's good. Caleb just now did the same thing, took the ball away from him off the fence. So that's good hitting.
Little oppo doubles, never hurt anybody. Swung on, drove by Murphy into the gap, and that's going to bring Brockelman around, or not Brockelman. That's going to bring Rokiski around, and I'll tell you, they cut that ball off at third. I think they had a play at the plate.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they definitely did.
That might be one of those where Medina might be telling, hey, I didn't tell you to cut that ball off. That's a great throw by the left fielder.
Yeah, Medina does a real good job back here. I've been watching him.
He does.
He does a real good job behind the plate.
And Coach Tate quickly comes out and is going to have a little powwow at the mound, and we're going to see what he does when we come back after these short messages. He does ask for the ball, so we're going to see another arm for the Hawks. When we return, we'll find out who.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the third pitcher come to the mound for the Hawks. This is going to be the number 4, Madden Maxwell. He was the third baseman. Madden throws a above-average fastball, throws the ball well. We'll see what his off-speed looks like. So if you're sitting here as Malachi Kelly coming to the plate, Coach, what are you looking for? You know, you've just scored 7 straight runs. You've got 1 out. You've got Murphy over there at first base. What are you looking for?
You're looking to get that guy around the bases for sure. Definitely trying to get that guy around the bases and definitely just trying to get the ball in play to get him in. And to keep the rally going, you're going to have to definitely – Malachi's definitely just going to have to keep it going here. Changing the tempo right now, getting an out with a new pitcher in is really going to be hard on you. This first batter is going to be real important.
Maxwell steps off. And we do have a 1-ball, no strike count. Fastball misses just outside. And we have 2 balls, no strikes. Malachi awaits the pitch. 2-0. He's got to be thinking something here. He can go the gap to gap with. Old Glory's flying straight out. Definitely is going to help if he can get the ball up in the jet stream. But something hard, something on the line. Move this runner around. Keep it off the ground right here. No double plays. 3 balls, no strikes. That's going to find its way into the strike zone for strike number 1.
This Maxwell kid doesn't throw bad either.
No.
He doesn't.
Listen, the Hawks have won a lot of baseball games.
Yeah, they got some good ball players.
They've knocked off some big teams. This is a very solid baseball team. And here we go, ground ball to shortstop, 6, 4, 3, double play. So Hawks, they give up a few in the bottom of the 4th, but they come in strong right there and finish out the inning with a 6-4-3 double play. And we go to the top of the 5th as we see Hall making his way back out to the mound. Bulldogs 7, the Hawks 0, and we'll be right back.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the home of the Bulldogs, and we have a new arrival. Our pole vaulter has stepped into the game at second base, so welcome back to Tristan Swiger as he finds his way back into the infield, and the young man has been competing in pole vault, so we will find out what those results were. Caleb Hall finds himself back on the mound for inning number 5, as the lefty hurler has not been, I wouldn't say this has been his best outing, but the defense has definitely done some good work, but he's found his way to a scoreless game thus far.
He's done a really good job getting up in the count, Ben. I really like how he's getting up in the count.
It's a big thing for these pitchers when they can stay ahead in the counts and work from the top.
Yeah.
When they're ahead, and we look at it, he's pitched 4 complete innings. He's only had 1 walk. He's had 6 strikeouts. He's only given up 4 hits. So it's been really good. He's thrown 78 pitches. We know he's not going to pitch the rest of the week. So here we go. Top of 5. The Hawks look to respond as we see fastball swung on, popped off into foul territory, and that's going to leave the stadium for strike number 1. And at the plate is Madden Maxwell.
First count strike.
So they've done a really good job. And they are now sitting with a no balls, 1 strike. Caleb Hall on the mound. Maxwell at the plate, and that sees the off-speed pitch stay just up out of the zone, and it's going to bring the count even to 1-1.
Can somebody go down and tell them to back up under
So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike as we have the 9-hole hitter Madden Maxwell at the plate. Fires on, misses just high. And we're at pitch number 80 for the lefty. Might be his last inning, might be his last batter. You never know, but stay efficient, stay sharp, pound the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Off speed, finds it in there. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the senior lefty. Around the horn tonight, we have Dane Murphy has came in after inning 1 and been behind the plate, been very efficient. Malachi Kelly at third base. Off-speed pitch finds its way past the swinging bat of Maxwell, and that brings up the leadoff strikeout. And now we have the leadoff hitter, number 1, Jackson Anderson, the shortstop. Made a couple good defensive plays so far this game.
His shortstop, he looks really good at shortstop. And I know his family. I know his dad. Very athletic family.
Gotcha.
Just all through and through.
Starts off fastball a little high for ball 1. So we've got Malachi Kelly at third, Brody Brockelman sitting over there at the shortstop position, newcomer to the game. We have Tristan Swiger back to the normal position at second base, and DeHaven at first as we go to a 1 ball, 1 strike. In right field, however, we have our second baseman snuck out to left field. Evan Kelly comes out of the game, and we bring in Maxwell Nicholson into left. So far, Maxwell has played second base and now finds himself out in the outfield. Luke Rakiski in center and Hunter Hayhurst situated in right field. Strikeout number 2 on the breaking ball finds its way to the inside of the plate. So 2 up, 2 down, and Hall finds himself still rolling in the zone with 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, and giving up 4 hits.
That curveball he just threw coming across the inside of the plate, you think it's going to be coming all the way across, and it just tucks on the corner of that plate. That was a good pitch by Caleb.
At the plate, Mason Bell Castro lets ball 1 go. Number 20, Mason Bell Castro, the second baseman for the Hawks. Been efficient so far today, made a couple good defensive stops. We see that ball miss wide again, so 2 balls and no strikes. As Doddridge County tries to keep that goose egg on the board here in the top of the 5th. They do have 2 outs, but we're behind 2-0. Swung on, pop fly to center, and Rakiski's camped under it. Can of corn, he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down, and the Bulldogs like that. No hits, no runs, no errors as we go to the bottom half of the 5th, searching for 3 runs, and we'll be right back.
7-0.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we have Mr. Tristan Swiger coming to the plate to be the leadoff in the bottom half of the 5, and he's going to be replacing the 7-hole Evan Kelly. Now, we've not been able to talk a whole lot about Swiger so far, but coming back from Myrtle, he still finds himself batting .468 with an on-base percentage of .560. The young man has just absolutely been electric. 14 singles, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 13 RBIs. And one of the best things is he pitched against Hampshire and absolutely dominated. I think he gave up 2 hits and only 1 earned run through 6 innings.
That's amazing.
And that's number 1 in AAA, and he's just a sophomore. So a lot of good things. Swung on, first hit of the day, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder.
He's got off the handle.
Just missed it off the handle, but he saw it well.
He did. I'm seeing Tristan get more aggressive, hitting the ball out in front more. It's really working for him.
At the plate, the right fielder, number 11, Hunter Hayhurst. Hunter, more notoriously known for his dangerous right arm, but tonight he had the secret sauce to get things broken open, and with the double that led to the first run, and there takes one off the dome.
Way to use your head.
Hey, whatever it takes.
That's
there
right.
we go. Lead off hit by pitch.
No, ladies and gentlemen, he did just run off. He did not get hurt. And before I said that, I made sure he's okay.
That brings to the plate number 3, Josh DeHaven.
Number 3, DeHaven, comes to the plate. He started behind the plate, inning 1, and so far after that has played a very efficient first base for the Bulldogs. He is a senior. DeHaven has been a very good arm. That midweek arm for the Bulldogs. He throws a lot of strikes, and if you're going to beat him, you've got to hit the baseball.
Yeah.
He's not overpowering, but he can throw 3 pitches for a strike. He's not going to be a walk fest.
No.
And if you're going to beat him, you're going to do it by swinging the bat. You're not going to stand there and he just walk you.
No, he's going to strike you out if you're not swinging the bat for sure.
I look at his ERA so far. DeHaven's ERA is 1.57. He does a really good job when he's on the mound. He keeps hitters off their off balance. He can mix it very well. He's not overpowering. He's a 75-mile-an-hour kind of guy, but he can mix it well. Ball to the backstop. Hayhurst decides to take off. The throw is down, and, man, that's way closer than it needed to be. Hayhurst slides in safe. Umpire says, nope, didn't get the tag there in time, even though he slid past the bag. If you know one thing about Hunter, his arms are long.
Yeah. I think Hunter thought he had a little more time than what he thought. That catcher got the ball pretty quick and got it up there. It was a good job by the catcher getting the ball
great throw
up
by
there.
Medina down. It was right on the money.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. DeHaven at the plate. Sees a fastball up for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike.
We know at South Harrison, you're used to that ball coming off that wall. You're used to playing it.
Yeah.
He was ready for it right after it came off the wall back here in the backstop. Good job, Medina.
Spikes that ball in the ground. That's going to allow the runner to advance to third. DeHaven gets walked, and now we've got runners on the corners with 1 out, and that brings up the leadoff hitter, Brody Brockelman, which had a ground rule double last time he was up.
Is that 10 doubles? Is that what it was?
He's got 10 doubles now.
10 doubles. We'll start calling them doubles.
Everybody says leadoff hitters don't hit for power. Well, they haven't watched Brody hit. He's got 10 doubles, got a couple triples. He's yet to leave the yard, but I will tell you it's coming. He's a junior, has always been a guy that's been a 400-plus hitter. There's another ball hit very well to center field. It's drifting back over his head, and that's going to be another double. That was a victim of just great. Got the ball up there. Normally on a normal night, that's an out.
That was a nice hit.
But the ball just kept drifting. It landed at about 340, 345
That was
dead
a nice
center.
hit. Nice hit, Brody. It looked like a pop-up, but it kept going.
Yeah, he swung and hit it well. So Brody with another double. Well, that's one of the things we try to teach these kids. When the ball's in the air, don't run with it. Run past it. Get there, beat the ball to where it's going to go, so that way you can go fast so you can wait.
You know, re-picking the ball up is something that you don't just learn. You don't just do. You got to learn it. You got to work on it.
That's right. Fastball up and inside for ball 1 as we have the left fielder, Maxwell Nicholson, Mr. Utility tonight. He's in the 2-hole. Swung on. That's going to be hit to center field, and he camps under it. And no, that's a shortstop.
Maxwell knew he missed it. Good swing, Max. Good swing.
So now we have the senior, number 7, Caleb Hall, coming to the plate. We do have first base wide open. I will tell you, I bet Frank Tate is going to put him on here. One swing of the bat could end the game.
2 down the inning.
So we've got 8. It's 8-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. They do have an open base. And then if you did put him on, it would put an out everywhere.
We're going to put him on.
And face Luke, but
Luke.
Stats say if you have an out everywhere, it's more statistically
That's right.
proven to get an out, but they're going to pitch to him. Swung on, and that's going to be a walk-off home run if it stays fair. And they call it foul. That ball was just an inch.
About
to the
370
right of the
down the
foul pole,
line.
And it cleared it by a mile.
Caleb Hall with just his calm demeanor, and just you can notice all of his velocity comes out of the bat right when it hits the ball.
Curveball, nice job by the pitcher. Curveball sinks its way in there for strike. So although he had those foul home runs don't count. They're strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and hit to center field. That's going to be caught, should be, by the center fielder. And instead of the game being over, we go to the top of the 6th, not before the Bulldogs push one more across the plate. It's the Bulldogs 8, South Harrison 0, as we come back to the top of the 6th.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. South Harrison finds themselves trailing 8-0, and that really came from the 4th inning where the tap was tapped by a plethora of ground rule doubles. The Bulldogs just came alive. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's 8-0. Hall is still at the plate, and their 3-hole hitter, their power guy, Medina, is at the plate. And we still yet to back up against this guy.
You know what I'm liking? I'm seeing Caleb even stronger now than he was in the 1st inning.
Starts off with a strike. Here comes the 2nd pitch. Off speed, just misses outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. With lefty senior, this has definitely been his longest stint that he's done this year. Sitting at pitch 91.
Good tempo setting right there by Caleb.
Medina looks on. Fastball misses upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Medina is the leadoff. Past the swinging bat to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here comes the pitch, fouled off, straight back. Nice swing by Medina, right on. If you're looking at timing, when you see those balls fouled straight back, you were dead on time.
You're on time,
I mean, the timing was right. You were just a hair under it. And I'll tell you, the difference between a pop fly and a home run is 1/8 of an inch on a baseball.
Not much.
Swung on again and fouled straight back. This is a great battle here.
So that's 2 chances he's seen that he's on his timing. So
I would say right now, off speed's coming.
He's got to come off with something else.
You're gonna see off speed right here. Just missed on the outside corner, and that brings up 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this Hawk offense is potent. You know, coach doesn't want to let them go too far. They don't want to let them have a lot of confidence. And there he misses.
You know, that's a tough at bat, because how many foul balls did he have? How many strikes did he throw in that at bat?
Yeah.
You know, it was a quality at bat by Medina there. Good job.
They take Medina out and they bring in Mr. Nutt to run for him. So Nutt comes in to pinch run. I will promise we'll see Medina back in the game. And at the plate is number 13, Harlow, the cleanup hitter in the 4-hole. Swinging the bone saber from the left side of the plate. Pickoff attempt by Hall.
The Bone Saber.
The Bone Saber. Those bats, my second son, that was his favorite bat to swing. He swung that all the way through high school, all the way through his travel days.
That's what that bat there is called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were just calling it a bat.
No, it's actually called the Bone Saber. Hall starts ahead. No balls, 1 strike. We do have a runner at first with no outs. Ground ball would be very good here.
Good job, Caleb.
Roll it up. We do have the normal infield back to their positions with Kelly, Brockelman, Swiger, DeHaven. No balls and 1 strike. Hall delivers. Fastball. Strike called by the umpire. No balls, 2 strikes. But Harlow's got the pop. 1 swing of the bat. He could put a ball out of here and make it interesting. Off-speed pitch. Finds its way low. Dane's got a chance at him. Fires. Good pick. Hangs on literally by a fingernail. Literally by a fingernail. Brockelman's laughing. Nuts laughing. And if he would have trimmed his fingernails today, I believe he would have slid off the bag.
He almost slid past the bag. That was close. It's good aggressive base running.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is wide, and it gets away from the catcher again. So hitting the glove, but getting by. We got to finish those last 6 inches on the catches. That's one thing we talked about. Finish the last 6 inches, and I would say you're probably going to see this be the last batter out of Hall as he tops right at 100 pitches for the Bulldogs. 2-2 count, swung on, hit into left field. It could be taken away. Oh, he let it drop. As a pitcher, you're begging, come dive for that ball. Not a bad idea. The run on third, in an 8-0 ball game. Okay, let's give up 1 instead of allowing a double.
So Maxwell's out there right now,
That's his first time in the outfield all year.
He's not in the outfield very often, and that little chopper, that was tough to get to.
Yeah. The good thing is kept it in front of him.
He did.
We still have the potential here for a double play. Hall still stays on the mound. Starts off with a strike, fouled off by number 22, Colton Patterson at the plate. Colton has played right field for the Hawks, and, Colton, that's normally where he is, but we also see him come in and pitch. He has a really good velo on his fastball. He's one of the top-tier pitchers for the Hawks as Hall gets ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes.
So you see a team come in and your pitcher's throwing a lot of strikes and they're fouling everything off. What's that telling you, Ben? That's telling you the pitcher's got a lot of movement. He's moving the ball all over the place.
If you can't consistently get a good barrel, one of 2 things happen. You're getting fooled. And usually if you're fooled, you swing and miss. But when you're fouling off so many, it means the ball is not where you thought it was going to be.
Right.
Your timing is right. Hard to get a barrel on there. And there's right past the swinging bat of Patterson for strike number 1. Hall looks over to the dugout, and let's look at his pitch count. You are allowed to start the last batter prior to 110 pitches, and Hall's at 105. 105 pitches for Hall. Looks on, hoping for a double play. Again, ball off the glove of the catcher, and that allows the runner to advance. We talked about a lot of those free bases that we give up. Got to make sure that we don't give free bases here. Swung on, chopper up the middle. Brockman fields it, fires across, gets the out. Nice job by Brody. Again, Mr. Smooth.
Brody, he had a ton of time right there.
As soon as he caught it.
He did not have to rush that ball, but he got it over there pretty quick.
As a middle infielder, I agree with how he did it.
Sure.
As opposed to taking an extra step and a pump. If a fielder feels the ball in rhythm, stay with the play and let the rhythm make the play. Where these guys get in trouble, they'll try to take a pump.
That's what he did, though.
And it was an excellent job. You'll see these guys take and pump it once.
Yeah.
Their rhythm stops, and they usually fire it over the first baseman's head.
Yep.
So great smooth play there by the shortstop.
Good job, Brody.
Hall comes in, 1 ball, no strikes. At the plate is number 5, Noah Myers. Noah has found himself with one of those 4 hits against the senior lefty. Great job by the freshman. He has played first base. He's played a very good first base, as this will be the last batter for Hall. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's C strike down the middle. So fastball strike, 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 6th. The Hawks finally push a run across the board. It's 8-1 in favor of the hometown team, the Bulldogs. Noah Myers at the plate. Swung on, popped up, and that's going to be out of play, but that's going to bring up 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good job, Noah Myers.
I tell you, he's a tough out. I mean, you look up and down a lineup, and you think, oh, well, there's a freshman. That's an easy out. Not when it's Noah. Noah has played a lot of baseball. I will say he's given up that outside corner as a young guy. He kind of backed away from the plate there. Look where Dane's going to set up, outside corner. If we attack it right, there it is, strike 3. Nice little bit of pitch and catch by the pitcher and catcher. A little bit of bend. The Hawks do find themselves a run across the board. It is 8-1 going into the bottom of the 6th, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Check this out.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 6th inning, where the Bulldogs find themselves in favor with a score of 8-1, and they bring their senior, Luke Rakiski, to the plate. The Bulldogs find themselves up by 7. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Luke had a great line drive double.
Nice hit. Real nice hit.
His last at bat.
I think he had one off the fence, didn't he? That was the ground rule double, okay.
Swung on, hit hard in the center, but a little up.
Watch it roll.
And the center fielder reaches back and makes that grab. That ball, I'm telling you, you get a ball up in the air here. When the wind's blowing like this, it is absolute chaos.
It's tough
for the outfield. So good job by the center fielder tracking that. They got in their center field is Zane Harlow. Excellent job on tracking that ball down. He's made a couple good tracks. One got over his head, but it's going to happen when you have wind like this. At the plate, Dane Murphy. He had a nice line drive, RBI, and lasted at bat. Takes a off-speed pitch over the head.
A lot of these outfielders, they get their reads on the ball. You see them get the reads, and they have to readjust and then readjust to catch up with the wind.
That wind's 15 mile an hour straight out. Swung on, drove to left field by. Could that be over his head? Could that be out? Murphy puts his first home run
Good job,
of his
Dane
high school
Murphy,
career.
baby.
Dane Murphy with a blast to left field. The wind did not help that one.
He didn't need no wind on that one.
Excellent job by Dane Murphy. That's been a long time coming. Excellent job, number 10, as he strolls across the plate. Got himself a little boomy. It's 9-1. Bulldogs on top here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And that brings Malachi Kelly to the plate. Man, Dane got all of that and some. That was a
He's
ball.
due. He was due for that. He deserves that.
He has worked so hard. He stayed late yesterday after practice. I watched the guys down here. They stayed after practice, took extra swings, and that's what happens when you work extra.
Yeah.
You know, everybody comes to practice for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody does.
Right.
But the guys that excel, they practice more than that.
Those are the ones that stay after.
Malachi Kelly finds himself 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, fastball, low and away. 2 balls, no strike. And if you're Malachi, you're going to sit there, hey, if you can do it, why can't I?
Here we go.
Take a big swing, get a good load. Fastball up and in for 3 balls and no strikes. Malachi wearing the West Virginia gold batting gloves. If we had hide and go seek, he'd be easy to find with those things. Fastball low, just misses. So Malachi is aboard with a walk. And that's going to bring up Tristan Swiger, the pole vaulter. Number 12, Tristan coming to the plate with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Runner is on first.
Number 12, Tristan Swiger.
Fastball outside. You know, the Bulldogs will have a rest tomorrow, and then they'll find themselves right back here on same field, same time, taking on the Knights of Tyler Consolidated.
It's a good team also, I heard.
And they are, with the Knights, they've had better teams.
Okay.
They're very well coached. Rob, over there, Coach Rob does a phenomenal job with those young men. They've battled some injuries. They are a tough team still. You can never, ever take Tyler Consolidated lightly. If you do, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of the L's. They're tough. He's been there for quite a while and has been very successful. Put a lot of guys into the next level. He's won a lot of big time games. He's been to the dance.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good battle. Now the Bulldogs found themselves with a very quick and efficient victory there the first time. But baseball is one of those fickle mistresses. You cannot rely on what happened last inning, last play, last game.
Depends on which way the wind's blowing.
That's right. At the plate, Hunter Hayhurst, and he sees a ball over his head. So we've had 2 walks in a row by number 4, the pitcher at this time, Madden Maxwell.
That went right over Hunter's head. He got hit last at bat in the head with a
Right
ball.
in the head.
Yeah. He's not looking forward to that.
There's a fastball up and away. That brings up 2 balls and no strikes. A good ball in the gap right here with the way Tristan can run. The kid can flat out fly. He might catch Malachi Kelly coming around the bases. And there is plunk number 2. 1 in the head, 1 in the ribs.
Don't rub it.
And now we have bases loaded with DeHaven having a chance for a walk-off in the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-1. Did he rub it?
Yeah, he rubbed it.
Hunter.
He rubbed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you've been with us tonight. We hope you guys have enjoyed. We try to, bring this to you here from the home of the Bulldogs, but try to be uplifting to all these young men as they play this great sport. We do thank the Edgels. They're watching from Myrtle Beach. Hey, we were just down there. The weather was horrible, but as we left, it got pretty nice. So we tried to drag it with us up the East Coast. And it's beautiful tonight.
It's good baseball weather today.
We got down there, and the weather was 60 to 65 degrees with about a 15-mile-an-hour wind.
It's chilly for the
It was chilly.
Yeah, it's chilly. For
There was very little water time.
That's not good either, though.
1 ball, no strikes, as the bases are loaded. Now, this is the 3rd time tonight we've had bases loaded. We've yet to score on a bases loaded. There is 1 out. Fastball finds its corner for a 1 ball, 1 strike.
See Blue loosening up a little bit back there.
And he should.
Yeah, he should.
And here's the deal. That ball's a hittable ball.
Yeah.
If you're going to loosen up a strike zone in a game like this, I'm totally fine with it, especially when the balls are still hittable. That's a hittable baseball. I guarantee Coach Nate's told his gentlemen, get up there and hit the ball.
But you got to get some runs in here.
Catches him swinging on the outside of the corner. And right now, the best thing the Hawks could have done all game is just load the bases up, because we have yet to hit with the bases loaded.
Can't.
We've had a double play and 2 strikeouts.
It's not good odds.
No. Here we go, 2-2. Fouled off, straight back. Off-speed pitch by Madden.
Josh, I don't know if you're hearing this, buddy. Just get that ball out in front. Don't let it get back up on you.
I don't. Yeah, Coach, I don't think he's going to hear you. He doesn't have a wired in his helmet, but maybe he felt it.
Yeah, he knows what I'm saying.
He knows. Yeah. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, pitched on up high. Fastball misses. That brings up a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It is 9-1. The Bulldogs could finish it here. And he skips the ball in, and that's going to bring in 1 run. So we've got 10-1. We need Brody Brockelman right here to do something other than strike out or
doubles
or hit a double play.
There's doubles.
There's old Mr. Doubles.
Fast hand doubles.
And we come back to the top of the order.
I like to see Brody come pull through right here. He's lead off. He does such a good job in his first position. He just, with having the RBIs he has, is obvious that the guys have been on base before him.
Yeah, here he is again. Look at the guys in scoring position. Got 2 in scoring position. Fastball finds its way to a strike. Starts off no balls, 1 strike. Not a bad idea to take right there, but right now, after that, let's be aggressive. Uh-oh, here we go. Tristan Swiger coming in. This could be the walk-off pass ball, and it is. That is going to do it for the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to go over the game, and we're going to crown the players of the game tonight. We're going to do an interview with them and an interview with Coach Nate. So please, if you're out there, stick with us. We appreciate it. If you got to go, Hawk fans, we appreciate you being with us. Good luck the rest of the season. And as always, it's been a beautiful day to be a Bulldog. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Okay, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And as we wrap up this game, Coach, who do we have as your players of the game?
I think we'll go with Caleb Hall and Dane Murphy. Caleb, he went for the length of the game. He threw a really good game, very crafty, very good job. Dane Murphy with his first home run of the year. It's been due. He's deserved it. He's well deserved, so let's give it to him also.
I think with Dane, that's his first time seeing the ball go out of the stadium in his high school career.
Really?
He's got a lot of pop, but usually the ball's on a line. He finds a lot of doubles in a season.
Yeah.
He definitely has plenty of pop to do so. The flag was flying out to right center. He hits the ball left field, and it left in a hurry.
It was a shot.
That was a no-doubter. So excellent job to those two young men. We'll have them up here in just a moment to talk to them. And I love seeing these guys get on this broadcast and have a little bit
like to hear them.
A little bit of time. And I will tell you, if you're listening, just wait for Dane. Dane's no shy cat when it comes to the broadcast.
He's a superstar. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So, guys, listen, what a great way to come back. If you're Coach Nate, we'll talk to him about this in a minute. If you're the coach, you got to be really happy with the way your young men stepped back into the state of West Virginia and still undefeated in West Virginia.
Okay.
Which is a big thing.
That is.
That is a big telltale sign. We're halfway through the season, and Coach is starting to see these guys really settle in. They bounced back from what I will be very honest was a horrific week of baseball.
That's lightly said.
Listen, I will put it as lightly as I can. It was a horrific week of baseball. The kids know it.
Humility, Ben.
That's right.
They showed the humility, and now they're humbled about it, and I feel like they're going to start producing again.
The kids knew it. The coaches knew it. But, man, they bounced back. What a great job from the coach, rallying the troops, refocus. South Harrison is no slouch.
No.
They have won a lot of big games. They've knocked off some big-time teams. I believe, I could be wrong, I don't have it in front of me, I think they only have 2 or 3 losses on the season so far. So this is a Hawk team that is looking for a couple things. The first thing the Hawks are looking for, they want to be in the Night of the Champions.
Yeah.
They're looking for a Night of the Champion appearance. They're looking for a regional push and a regional run. And they got a team that can do that. So this is a good quality win.
Yeah, real good job for the Watts boy also. I want to give a shout out to the Watts boy out there pitching. He did a real good job tonight.
All right, we've heard the door slam a few times, so right off the bat, we've got Mr. Caleb Hall here. Caleb as one of our players of the game. So, Caleb, first time back on West Virginia soil. Was it a little better here at home, being back where we're familiar?
Definitely a lot better. A lot more focus.
A lot more focus. I do agree. We talked about it. I don't think we stayed as focused as we could have. Next question there for you. Seeing you go the duration of the game, usually don't see you go over 40, 50, 60 pitches. Tonight, you were 110, 109 pitches. How do you feel?
I felt great through the whole game. Made sure I used my lower half, so I was able to go a lot further.
Did Coach try to pull you out earlier than that, and you told him absolutely not?
A little bit.
A couple times?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about you're seeing the ball well. You know, it's your batting average has been sky high, and it has remained there. How does a player maintain that level at the plate?
You know, through a long season, through baseball, you just got to go one at bat at a time. So if I get a hit, if I get a strikeout, whatever it is, I'm just focused on that next at bat, focus on the next pitch, and just keeping a mentality of yes, 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 no, yes, 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 and hit.
Very good. You had went 2 for 3 tonight with 2 more doubles added onto the plate. But let me ask you this: how far foul was the home run?
I give it about 5 feet.
It was pretty close. Pretty close. Caleb, great job tonight on the mound. Good job at the plate. We appreciate you. Welcome back to West Virginia. And as tonight is one of our players of the game. And now we're going to pass the torch over here to number 10, Mr. Dane Murphy with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, your first ever high school home run.
Yeah.
So listen, it leaves the bat. What's the thought?
Can of corn.
Can of corn? Thought it was a fly ball?
Yeah. And then, I'm rounding first. Coach Brian's like, there you go. And I just and then I felt it, and it felt great.
When it left the bat, we had absolutely no doubt up here in the booth. It left and got out of this park in a hurry. A lot of the lefty hitters could have left the park much easier.
Yeah.
You got a strong wind going left to right, so it's kind of knocking your ball down more, and it exited quick. It didn't squeak over. Matter of fact, I believe it landed at the base of the next chain link fence. It was a poke. So you got that monkey off your back. Now we refocus and go after it. We're seeing you in a new defensive role.
Yeah.
We've seen you behind the plate. Now, you've done it a lot in your life. Tell me, how does it feel to be back behind the plate, and what's it take for you to be successful back there?
Just being a team player. Our starting catcher is currently not feeling the best. We needed somebody to fill in, and I'm the guy. And I have to do it for the team. Might not be my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But, I love doing it to see us win like that.
Yeah, you did a good job. You weren't supposed to be behind the plate today, so you got thrown in there after inning 1.
Yeah.
You locked it down pretty good, and the reward was a good dub, but also that first home run.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back on West Virginia soil playing West Virginia baseball?
It's awesome. Being away just kind of puts you in a different mindset, just not thinking of baseball. Everybody was thinking, oh, we're on vacation, let's go hang out. Nobody was thinking baseball.
Right.
We came back here. We had a very long, intense practice yesterday, and it really showed today on the field.
I will tell you, as you guys progress into this season, you're going to have some long trips.
Yeah.
You're going to have regional plays where you may stay overnight, and we're hoping that state tournament trip. What are you going to, as a leader, you're a junior, how do you refocus your guys when we go away now that we just were away and we didn't focus?
More team hanging out outside of like baseball at the house or like at the hotel or like wherever we go. We need to go as a team, not individually. And then like when we are at the house, everybody needs to be together, hanging out instead of like individually in the room doing whatever they want. We need to be a team hanging out as a team.
I like it. Dane Murphy, excellent job tonight behind the plate and an awesome job at the plate with your very first high school home run. I will tell you, I think it's the first of many. So congratulations as our player of the game. And I see Coach walking in right now. So let's get our coach over here. He's giving Dane the big hug, proud of him. You know, you always love to see your players do something for the first time, and seeing that ball leave the yard for the first time, Coach. You over there at third base, how'd you feel?
Well, off the bat, so that's got a chance because, honestly, this wind has been kind of nasty today. So regardless where it was blowing or not, it didn't really matter. It was gone.
That ball was hit hard.
Yes, it was.
So, Coach, your young men went down to spring break, and we go down to Myrtle Beach. Walk me through kind of what you felt there versus what you felt tonight.
Well, baseball is a facet of about 3 different ways. We got to throw strikes, we got to make the plays, got to make the throws, and we got to hit the baseball, right? I think this team, obviously you can see that we had 7 hits in a row there, back to back to back. They can hit the ball well, but we got to take care of the baseball. And it's quite frankly, the only losses on our record is when we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
And this team's a way better team than what they played last week. But that's right. But that's okay because it's early. It was early in the season. We figured out basically what we needed to work on.
Yeah.
Had a good practice yesterday, and that carried over into today's game. And really, what they did out there, taking care of baseball. Caleb went out there and shoved it. He had a good game and threw a lot of strikes. But really, the one thing that I'll commend them early in the game when it's a 0-0 game, and it's tight.
Right.
And honestly, when you see that first run go across that plate, regardless who it is, it's kind of like oh no. But we happen to be on that other end, seeing that score right there with Hunter breaking it open. Hunter had that big hit on the backside, broke it open, and then, honestly, they kind of relaxed and they did what they're supposed to do up there at the plate. They were there right there. We had bases loaded twice. We were a hit away from kind of breaking it open.
Right.
But I commend them for, Watts is a great pitcher.
He is. He's tough, Coach.
He's a tough.
That's one of the better arms you're going to see in the season. So,
yep.
That's something to keep track of.
They worked a lot of counts. I think he threw 30 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah.
So, when you get that high of a pitch count, at some point – you're going to get him. That's kind of the inevitable, really what's knocked the first guy out. Because I always say the second guy's probably not as good as the first guy.
Right. That's why they threw the first guy.
Yep.
When you look at that, we talked about that up here as the game was progressing, and we watched the Bulldogs. They knocked on the door very loudly with 2 times in the first 3 innings, bases loaded, 1 out. And what happened was a double play and then 2 strikeouts.
Right.
And that could have been a momentum eater.
Yeah.
But instead, your guys rallied, your guys fought, they stayed the course, and they cracked the top open with the double in the backside gap by Hunter Hayhurst. It was an excellent hit, and it just got contagious. I watched a lot of the ball games, every inning and every pitch. You did not lose a ball game down there by another team.
No.
And people can say what they want. And they say, well, yeah, hey, you got beat by 2 AAA teams. Go back and watch it. We had 10 errors in both of those games.
Yeah.
Not combined, in each.
Yep.
We lost by 1 run in extra innings.
In one of the games, and we lost by 4 in the other.
With 10 errors.
Yep, exactly.
So we clean that up. I think you have a real chance of a real run at this thing.
Exactly. And these guys, they're hungry, and that's what they need to be. They got to be hungry up there because really these guys are going to get their best. They're going to get the best every time they come out there on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a great night to be here at the Bulldog Stadium. And as always, it's a great night to be a Bulldog. We thank you for listening and tuning in. And until next time, we'll see you right back here, hopefully with the same kind of results. We'll see you after these messages.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue.